Just a couple hashies and 2 iced coffees. Two. 2 and 2. Thank you guys. Yeah, good sleep. A pretty good sleep. Not bad. Good morning. This chair feels like it might break. But yeah, pretty good sleep. Kind of just chilled on TikTok this morning. Didn't do much. Just sat back and relaxed all morning. Did some duets. So yeah, pretty fun. McDonald's hashies are good. I know. I missed that though. Honestly, I should have got that. No problem, guys. Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. Irene, thank you for the 500. Special K, thank you. Diane, Annie, Jen, thank you guys. Yeah, the duets are fun. They made a channel for it. So we'll kind of see from there how much I can do. But yeah, I thought it was funny at first, and then just kind of been a trend since then. But it's pretty fun, pretty fun. Je ne sais quoi, thank you. Denise, thank you. Hey, what's up, what's up? Thank you. Good to see you. Went for a nice walk last night. Like a really nice walk last night. Stephanie, thank you. Jen, thank you. Steph, thank you. Cal, thank you. Deetris, Jax, thank you guys, thank you. Yeah, went for a nice walk last night. Yeah, late night walk out. It was nice, man. I didn't even know there was like this church right up the street. That's how much I haven't even really been like going for walks or anything. I didn't even know the area. But just up the street, there's like this beautiful church. So I walked all the way there, sat on the steps for a bit, was chilling there, then did a couple laps. It was nice getting out though. Saw some people walking, saw a couple people. So yeah, it was pretty good. Tanny, thank you for the 5 gifted. Tracy, Mary, Trina, thank you guys, thank you. Yeah, it was nice. Yeah, it brought me peace. I was just inside too much yesterday. I didn't go outside yesterday. And I'm like, I need to get out. So I went for a walk. And it was just like a last minute decision, and it made me feel 10 times better. Like 10 times better. Von Loper with the 1,000, thank you. I'm also trying not to rush things too much. Sometimes I'll like wake up and like think I need to get things done right away. But I'm trying to just like kind of enjoy the moment and just kind of chill. So like this morning I was scrolling for like an hour and a half. Then I'll take a shower pretty soon. Do a live right now. Listen to my song here and there. And then, maybe tonight go for another walk. But if not, like not pressuring myself, just kind of, taking it step by step, because I'll tend to rush things a little too fast sometimes. Sonia, thank you. Kathy, thank you. Rose Barbie, thank you. Von Loper, thank you guys. Thank you so much. Danny with the 5, thank you guys. Thank you. Yeah, I got some nice fresh air. Opened up the lungs, because I was in my room and I'm like, fuck, like I'm feeling like anxious, like for some reason, and it's cause like, you know the saying like you can run but you can't hide. I think like so many times we try to lie to ourselves, or we try to lie for other people, and we try to make excuses, and kind of try to just kind of run away from things that we know we can fix, and it just gets more secluded, more secluded, more secluded. And it's kind of how I felt last night. I'm like, you know, you feel like shit because you're not getting out. You're eating like shit. Um, so like, you start accepting things and kind of working towards feeling better for you. Not for anyone else, because you can do it for other things, but just trying to validate myself and not look for validation constantly. Rhonda with the 10 gifted, thank you. Special K, thank you for the 5 gifted. Sonia, thank you for the 500. Kathy with the 1,000, thank you guys, thank you. Yeah, when I went outside, it was like obviously, like, since I haven't been out really in a bit, it was kind of like, fuck, like I kept making excuses like, do I want to walk? But it got to a point where I was like, I'm feeling like so secluded that it almost felt like I was like breaking down, like something, like it was like I need to get out. So I'm like, I'm just like, it was almost just like I forced myself to just say fuck it and just go for a walk. And it was late. It was like 11 o'clock or something. But I was like, fuck it, And it's kind of scary at night because it's like, you never know with animals. Like, I've seen animals running around the road sometimes, like coyotes, or there's also like people and whatever, right? It kind of can be nerve-wracking late at night. But just facing your fear, and just getting out and doing it anyway, such a good feeling. So yeah, and just taking it step by step. You don't want to rush things too much. That's why today it's like, I would love to go for a walk, but kind of doing it on my time, because there's so many other things I have to do. I gotta cut my nails, I gotta shower, I gotta clean up a bit, kind of get organized. So just taking it step by step and enjoying, right? Rhonda, thank you for the 10. Sophia, thank you. Jill, thank you. Yeah. Yeah, it's, I've, yeah, yeah, I found a church too, beautiful sign, it was crazy, I literally had no idea that there was a church, like, I'm talking 1, 2, 3 streets down, like 3 turns, just there, but not even far, and this boom, this huge church right beside a senior home. I'm like, damn, dude, that's beautiful. So now I got a gist of the neighborhood a little bit, which is nice. Yeah, I took deep, fresh air, deep breaths, yeah. But it was more just about just getting out, you know? Like, just, it was more just, I think the gist of it was choosing me, I think so many of the times I'm trying to do things for other people, but deciding that, like, you got to do something for yourself right now. I think just accepting things in that moment was just very refreshing, and then kind of going from there, which was nice. Willis Barbie, thank you for the 10. Soy, thank you for the follow. Jill with the 1. D, thank you. Andrea, thank you for the 10. Yeah, taking care of you is never selfish. Exactly. That's a huge realization I realized lately. It always felt like, even though it's not selfish, you feel sometimes like it is. But at the end of the day, it's not selfish to choose yourself, because if you're not choosing yourself first, then you're not going to be able to choose anyone else. You're not going to be able to help anyone else. So I think realizing that was like, oh shit. It's almost like the more you accept bad behavior just because you feel bad, you're actually shooting yourself in the foot, and then it's making the people around you even worse, you know. So um, you gotta like pull up your pants and like do what makes you feel right, you know. And that can be difficult sometimes, but yeah. D, thank you for the 100. Thank you. Nice. Yeah, it helped me sleep. You know, like life can still be like life's always can feel like a lot. And sometimes we add even more to our plate, which makes it feel even more like a lot. But it's kind of just dealing with it one by one, you know. Um, and I think the biggest thing with dealing with things is like being honest with yourself. Like, I think the first thing about being honest with yourself is saying that you have no control over what you don't have control over, and what you have control over what you do. Like, just being honest with that, because so many of the times you think, like, I think just letting go, you know, like, so many of the times you think that you have to, you look for, it's like I saw this TikTok today and it was like Gary Vee, and he was like, you are somebody now, right? And it's like so many people are trying to be somebody even though they already are somebody. And like, just be yourself, you know? Be yourself, stand up for yourself, stick up for yourself. And that's when good things will happen for you. It won't feel like you're chasing, you know? And it all boils down to whatever you've been through as a kid, or your, you know, family situation, or things that you've been through, and insecurities and all these things, or, you know, maybe even negative people in your life, or whatever it is. So many things, right? And without even realizing it, it causes like this post-traumatic stress disorder where you feel things and feels heavy and all that. But so just learning to like let go, accept, know what you can control and you can't control. And the reality of it is there's not a lot you can control. Like, so just taking it moment by moment, and, you know, life's kind of a gamble, you know? You don't really know what's coming around the corner. And so it's kind of got to live like that, and feels more freeing, you know? Kim with the 500, Amy with the 100, CJ with the 500. Thank you guys. Thank you. Yeah, it's like you can only control yourself what you do, but it's more of like, yeah, yeah, yeah. I think like having a full heart, you know, like what helped me yesterday was talking to myself, being like putting my phone down and talking to like God, but just being like, hey, like just having a full heart, you know. I think we forget to have that full heart, you know. I think we tend to like deminimize ourselves, but when you accept and kind of let go of what you can't control and just talk and kind of just be like, you know, this is how I feel, like just having that honesty with yourself, you know. That honesty goes a long way. It like brings you out of like doubt and like insecurities and stuff like that, because you're just being honest with yourself. and what you can control and what you can't, you know? And it's like, yeah, like this is it. And you'll start realizing, like for me, I started realizing that even people around me started respecting me more after I started being more like honest with myself. And there's gonna be people that are jealous of you or make you feel like, you know, this isn't like you're kind of shining a light on their insecurities. But at the end of the day, you have to take care of yourself. And once I realized that, you realize, fuck, I should have done this earlier, you know. But you get to a breaking point where your body's saying, like, this is enough. Like, you have to be there for yourself. So it's a blessing to get to that point. It feels like a curse in the moment because it's like, I wish I didn't have to. I wish I knew this earlier, etc. But, you know, there's nothing you can do about the past. So it's just accepting and moving forward and taking care of yourself, you know. William White with the follow. Andrea, thank you. Susie with the 5 gifted. D with the 500. You only owe anything to yourself, and you're always enough. Thank you. Kim with the 500. You're always enough. Thank you. Amy, thank you guys. Thank you. I'm just gonna close this door because the wind. It keeps pushing it. I don't know what door it is. Yeah, it's sunny and windy, yeah. It's a nice day out. Mindy, thank you for the 100. Feels a bit healing. Yeah, I think someone said clarity. It's like, it feels healing for sure, but it's more of like, you gain like peace, you know, when you start to be honest with yourself. So that means like, you have to be, there's a saying that a rapper said, you're not wrong if you're right. And I relate to that because you're always right. You know, yes, you'll change, but it doesn't mean you weren't right. You know, so just be right. Call a spade a spade. When you see something, accept it. You know, the more you can like just move on, the more you can build yourself and be better for yourself, you know. So yeah, sometimes that's scary because you don't want to accept that, you know, this isn't the best situation or this isn't the best person for you or whatever it is. But you know, things can change. Don't get me wrong, but first be right with yourself, you know. And if you can firstly be right with yourself and always be right with yourself, you're in for a good time, you know. Yeah, it's accepting, and it feels right? You want to feel right. Why would you want to feel wrong? You know, you want to feel right. You don't want to feel wrong, you know. So yeah, be right about you, your feelings, right? What you're going through. Yeah. Hi, sweetie, thank you. And being right with yourself feels feeling. Yeah, because like you can sit there and either doubt or you can sit there and accept. You have two feelings of how you want to live your life. So you can either sit there and you can doubt and feel wrong about everything, or you can sit there and feel right and accept. And you're still gonna change. You're still gonna get off balance. You're still gonna get jabbed. But you're always choosing to accept. You're always choosing to be right. And you're automatically changing. And, you know, there's two different personalities, right? So it's like you're either positive or you're negative. And you can't be both, you know? Once a negative comes in a positive, it's negative. so um, you choose how you want to be, so I've seen this a lot with my with people around me, and I've seen it a lot, and it's just something that but for me, if you want to make a difference, you have to change. That's what I'm telling myself. It's like, you can't fight about things, you can only be better. And that means you're still gonna have to stay in your ground, you're still gonna have to stick up for yourself, you're still gonna have to call a spade, but people respect that more than being scared to say anything, or being scared to stand up for yourself, or hiding because you don't want to say something to hurt someone's feelings. They respect that honesty more, Cal, thank you. My sweetie, thank you guys. There's I think it's hard, but it's worth it. It's hard, but it's worth it. But it's not hard, actually. That's what I was saying the other day. It's actually so much harder to not. It's so much harder to fight something that's not there. It's so much harder to try to protect yourself or protect when it's not there. It's just so much better to just say and just accept. Listen, with getting better in self-help, it's not about being better than people. I think that's something that you will tend to feel, and then you think, oh, damn, I don't want to feel like this, I don't want to be like this, who am I? You start to doubt yourself. It's not about that. It's about you feeling better. It's not about who's winning, who's right and wrong. It's about saying, that's an alcoholic. You're calling a spade a spade. That's a cheater. That person's doing something good today. That's not good language. It's calling a spade a spade. It's not about being better, it's saying what you feel. Oh, this wasn't right. That wasn't good. I could have been better. Right? Because if you say, oh no, it's better, I couldn't blah blah blah, what are you doing? You're not accepting anything. You're digging yourself a deeper hole. You're feeling worse about yourself. Right? So it's just about accepting, being honest. One second. Yeah, Debbie, I'll get to you in 1 second, sorry. Yeah, acceptance is not, it's hard but freeing, but it's honestly not as hard as it seems, because it starts off, when you really accept, it starts off with just one thing. It starts off, if you're an alcoholic, it starts by putting the drink down. But it's not even about putting the drink down, it's accepting that. You know, it's like it starts with just accepting what your situation is. So it's like, yeah, I've done wrong. Yeah, there's nothing I can do about it right now that's going to change what I've done. Yeah, I'm breathing right now. Yeah, I can walk still. Yeah, I want a shower. That would be nice, to take a nice shower. Yeah, I have a lot of work to do. Yeah, this is going to be hard work. You know? And it's so much easier than just being like, nah, fuck, God, shit, maybe, so, what, who, where. Psst. Fight. You know? So, it's just, again, you're digging yourself a deeper hole because you're literally just, you're like, you wonder why you're lost in those moments. It's like, why am I lost? Well, because you're making yourself lost. You're basically fighting that the grass isn't green. You can't even accept that the grass is green. So how are you gonna do what do you expect? Right? You can't change reality, but you can accept reality for change. You can't change reality like two magnets hitting each other, but you can accept reality for change, for those magnets to collide. You can accept that that's how it's going to be. Right? Debbie with the 50 gifted. Thank you so much, Debbie. Thank you. Seriously. I'm glad you're enjoying this conversation today. I am too. It helps me, you know? Debbie, thank you so much. Rhonda, thank you. Thank you, guys. Holy shit, this chair is actually like breaking. I gotta go get another chair, guys, because this is not safe. Like, one of the legs just literally fell off. Yeah, I guess I broke it, I don't know. But it's loose. That's what it takes to be a 6'9", 280-pound man, you know what I'm saying, ladies? It's not easy being a 7 foot, 350-pound beast. Even this one's like almost broken. This is why you never get my dad to put something together. He always gets stressed out with shit. And that's what I learned a lot from my dad, you know? It's hard for him to take one thing at a time and like actually get it done. you know? He's always thinking about what his kids think about him, what people think of. Like, he's always rushing the gun to kind of save this feeling. So I've learned a lot about stuff like that. It's really not about proving yourself to anybody or getting validation from other people. It's really about just taking it step by step, being yourself, you know, because if you do, even the simplest task will feel like the end of the world, you know. And I'm not saying he's not a good man. You know, he's my dad. I'll be his first advocate like I had forever. But, you know, we all have our rights and our wrongs with things, and that's something that I learned from my dad. You know, I've learned a lot of good things, like I've said on live, but I've also learned things that he needs to work on, you know. So it's all we're all a team, no matter what, you know. I would do anything for my dad. But again, calling a spade matters for his growth and for mine and for everyone else involved. It's not about being a good person. Anyone can be a good person, you know. It's about being a better person, because you're not just a stagnant person. You're always growing. You're always learning, you know. Yep. Yeah, honesty is necessary for growth, 100%. And people that are dishonest crave honesty. This is the misconception, and this is why I say don't be scared to stick up for yourself or say what's right and say what's wrong, because those people that are being dishonest to themselves, they deep down are dying and craving for honesty. So don't feel like you have to sugarcoat things. Don't feel like you have to not tell people what's going on. This is making this is making it worse. This is making them hate you even more. People that are not doing well are praying for that, you know. Your dad's a boy living life for the first time. A saying, but my dad's a man. You know, it gets. I'm not chirping him, but it's same with me. Even being 26, it gets to a point you need to own up for your stuff. You know, time's never shortening. You know, time's always getting shorter. You know, you're never growing backwards. So even you as a woman, you know, if you want to be on your deathbed at 80 years old, regretting and knowing that there was so much more you could have done, not in a professional way. I mean, just in life itself, you know, feeling good. You have to be honest with it. You have to be honest with, yes, I'm older now, you know, it's time to own my shit. Even me at 26 years old, there's no excuses, you know. When I was 21, I should have been more of a man. There's no excuses for things. There's no excuses for things, because the more you make excuses for people, the more they continue drug addiction, the more they continue all these bad things that they have, and they will never get out of it. So it doesn't help to sugarcoat things or try to. You're enabling bad habits because you have those bad habits as well. And this is not good for anybody. and it really isn't. For me included. You know, I hope people call me out on my bullshit. If I don't see something, you know, if I'm actively changing and I know I am, then you know you don't have to rub it in my face. But I would hope that if there is something that I could be better at, that you would let me know. You know, so yeah, right. And especially with an influencer like me, I learned even last night. When we talked about responsibility, if I enable things, it looks even worse on me. It doesn't look as bad for you guys. It looks worse for me. So I do have that responsibility because I'm the one with the documentary on me. I'm the one with all this world pressure on me. So if you want to respect me, you need to respect that as well. You know? And if I want to respect me and life and everyone around me, I need to accept that as well, you know? Because, yeah. Right? Karen, thank you. Yeah. Yeah, pressure, public eye for sure. There's a reason why I'm in this situation because I have the ability to be in this situation. So it's definitely a positive thing, but it also comes with a lot of negative and heartache as well. So it's like you have to accept both, you know? If you're just if you're just enabling something because you want to make your way in this world, or you think everyone else is doing it, or you want to, whatever it is, then you're just setting yourself up for failure. You know, you have to accept things. You have to move forward and be a better person each day. Because if you're not being better, you're just being worse. If you're not being better, you're just being worse. That's just it. That's just it. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. I'll be right back. One sec. I think my dad's friends here. Hey, where's all my Christina? There's don't be. It's nice, man.